Well, I'll catch you when we get down here. All right, race fans, count down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, Daniel, green flag. Cheer him on, pedal car racers. Cheer him on, race fans. Boy, look at him. He's definitely he is a natural. Scarlet is all rigged, isn't it? Oh, push it forward. That's what I said by pushing the gear shifter forward. Yeah, that was a rig. Here, pull it back and I'll help you. All right, now, pick your feet up. Hold your feet out. Watch your feet, Scarlet. All right. Looks like we'll get Jackson, I believe, in victory lane down there. I got Scarlet here. She blew up the transmission. We need a tow truck. All right, Scarlet, turn left and go down there with the other one. Oh, cross the finish line, that's right. All right. Down here in the Solid Rock Carriers victory lane. All right, race fans, it is time for invocation and national anthem. Please rise for invocation given by Kelly Smart, who is the pastor at Little Rock Free Will Baptist, right here in the metropolis of Ludama.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, for the beauty of this evening, we give you thanks. Lord, we are grateful for the sport that we all have come to love and enjoy. And as we gather tonight, we ask that you would watch over tonight's festivities, that you would keep all of the competitors safe, so they can be a wonderful night of racing. God, we love you. We thank you for your faithfulness. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, please remain standing as Miss Gail Taylor sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bomb bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Miss Gail Taylor, killing the national anthem here tonight at Southern National Motorsports Park. Looks like I'm going to get the thumbs up here from down on pit road. And now, for the 4 most famous words in motorsports, here's the real Jesse James.
Ginger, in your engine.
There's a command to fire the engines. We're going late model racing, 40 laps the distance here for the late models in the first twin featured event. I'm going to turn it over to our pinch hitters here tonight. We got Kevin Bullock from 95.1, let me correct, to 98.5, the big dog. And we got John Hunsucker, who's normally the voice of the fans of the Motorsports Park in Wake County Speedway, pinch hit here tonight. Thanks for coming. Also, Brett Tisdale in the house from NASCAR. Great to have Brett with us and all the fine folks here with NASCAR at Southern Motorsports. I'm headed upstairs. I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Thanks for coming out.
that hard left-hand turn with the Southern National Motorsports Market. Baseball. Here's Alabama style horse traffic. Kind of have motors, well, not motorcycle in the wrong way. They kind of have long mower engines in the back of these things. Pretty solid length driving. Down front, you can Johnson. Got that inside line, used it to his advantage. Cameron Murray second. Not two, they got nine really close to each other, 23-7 for both. Down there a moment ago, well, we never put out 67, 68 miles an hour, believe it or not, as Ethan Johnson has some big trouble. Turn 1 and 2. Cameron Murray says, I'll see you later. Now, the bottom side of the racetrack now. Doing a pretty good job of it. As the bottom three, going a little Daytona Talladega track. Ethan Johnson trying to do it on top line. Pushing the glasses on it. The bandolier. I love the idea of trying to get the run down the bank. Still Cameron Murray out front. Olivia Murray right behind. The side tracks with each other. Many stocks are up next. 30 laps. Here's from the start. Many stocks up next. Rotating down the speedway. Averaging not quite 70 miles an hour around the bottom side of the racetrack. This set the fastest lap of the race. 21.72. Right now. And we like it up. A little high on the racetrack, but Ethan Johnson takes that big spot away. He's qualified on the pole. Faster than they did in qualifying. What does that tell you? It tells you that they are legitimately drafted on this racetrack. 5 laps to go this time by. Well, that top three kind of working away. As the many stocks are up next, stocks start to go. Bristol. He makes his way back on the racetrack. He takes it back. Cynthia Murray and Ethan Johnson led some of the early portion of this race, but had a little bit of the race. Levi it up, fourth, Blaze Brinkley fifth, all on the lead lap, and then Will Bristol. He managed to make 7 circuits around the Southern National Motorsports Park. Cameron Murray and William Murray and Johnson will head down to Solid Rock Carrier's victory lane. Climb out to the attention of their crew. Mini stock race underway. That bad boy 30.5 laps. Got to the UTV, tried to get there and hurt. Looks like that fire may have extinguished itself as he came to a stop at turn 4. Safety guys all over, fire extinguishers. Hard-working guys down there on this hot night here at Southern National.
I'm going to tell you, most of those guys have been here since I believe about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning. Things set up and looking at these practice.
There was still a fire a moment ago, but it's no longer there. These cars should be Ronnie Jones to the bottom. Joseph Pittman. exterior Kirk Icon, one of our big supporters at Southern National, big fan of all short track races here in Eastern North Carolina. Can't thank him enough for his support of the Speedway. And everybody. Any car, they'll kind of have their own little race. The hard left-hand turn for our Southern National Park Baseball.
Southern National Motorsports. Stop by and pick up some Southern National. Check out what all we've got in there, like what all we're going to have for you here at Southern National Motorsports Park.
When you come back up here, I'm going to need 3 hot cars. Put the late model stocks back out here. Get your eyes to 41 lap at this time. all wins. We get set for another trip down to Solid Rock area. Just saying, it's already going down.
get back over there and celebrate with all the family and crew. Tell you what, Carter, great job right there. Of course, this number 5 car is a solid arcade.
Yes, sir. I couldn't do it without all the people on my car. I've been waiting for this for a long time. It's my home track. I hadn't actually won here yet. I'm just glad I got it today.
We got it today, and we'll try to get another one tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Sponsors and crew and help.
I like to thank Cooking Lane, Fence Company, Plain Crazy Cycle Word. It's only getting to get beaten in there. Midtown Fence Company, Prestige Turf Management, Marion Roller Construction, and the full business.
There he is, Carter, with a nice turn to the front of the left. There's at least 5 different vendors now spread throughout the we got a car stop halfway down the back. Doing all probably direct contact
got home, and actually, he says it did do him a little good. He was able to throw out, I believe he said either a fourth or fifth place finish he was claiming.
We'll see if he'll play into turn one. Castle's got the advantage. Nice run outside of this track. He's still wheel to wheel with Bradley McCaskill as they come off turn four.
And speaking of Peyton Sellers, he admitted his answer. That started with back that outside lane and all the way to the tail. Radio still up there and McCaskill up front. Looney looking underneath Clemens coming off there.
Bradley McCaskill Morris, and then Connor Bosack rounds out the top 10. Then you got
first and then over 200 lap races.
when he gets up to the third spot, he gets around Brandon Clements and gets him Bradley slams the door. Retco will try again down the front straightaway.
Side by side, I'll tell you, for the city.
Behind him in second, then it's Looney and Philip Morris, and those two
just about ready to crack inside of the top 10. And the 20 of Sam
much starting sixth.
Southeast, and he was down and cutting that corner, going in a little bit high, letting the car drift down, coming off on the very bottom of turns 2 and 4. It looks like that was a strategy that was allowing him to catch up to Morris in the little run there.
A fast way to get your car to handle that one is Bruce behind our Southern National Motorsports Market baseball. We have to make the letter.
Pretty lightweight tire wear. Not an issue, but as hot and sticky as this track is, let's watch the last 19 laps.
Rep go to the inside, but Mike Mooney to the outside. Letco doesn't share. He's out like 3 miles down the back straightaway. Mike Mooney, Phil Morris into the back of Mike Mooney, spins him in front of the field. Chris Chapman gets in it, and the front end of that car is after Philip Morris gets into the back of Mike Mooney, spins him out, and Chris Chapman gets the worst of it for that 51 machine. He's going to try to back up and head down pit road.
Sitting up here and not being invested, that's a huge term on that. You're not invested, we're just watching. But you can't really encourage each other what could have been and what would happen. But outside there and falling behind is 71 if he can clear the 18 in McCaskill. That's really who you're racing when you take that cone to the outside. You're not really chasing the guy directly on the inside, but the guy next to you.
He's in the big sellers a little bit. He gets in the Brian Boss. Everybody's single file up front now. It's Rutger, Clements, McCaskill, Boss, and Sellers is all into the back bumper. Sellers aggressive now, moves under Brian Boss down the back straightaway.
18 laps today, and Peyton Sellers, he's close enough to the front to smell it now, and he knows where Philip Morris and Mike Mooney
Mike Mooney into the back and Philip Morris to the back of the field. That's something to keep your eye on. There's something coming out of that 87 car from up under the hood. It's like maybe a little Dalton gets by Brian Ball, so now Boo-Boo from the back of the pack. And Mike Mooney slow on the back straightaway. Just like not quite the same color as it was when it came around the time before.
Checking out as he loops around. Let's just go ahead and park it, set
Boo Dalton came home in that 6th spot. Connor Mosack 7th. Mason Diaz 8th. A very important spot for Mason Diaz to be in. Sam Yarborough 9th. Ryan Obeski rounds out your top 10. Philip Morris finished back in the 11th spot. Gracie Trotter was 12th. Paul Williamson, last car on the lead lap, in 13th. And then out of the race at the end, Wes Burton, Mike Looney, Bobby Morris, and Chris Chapman all finished that race behind the garage area. Checkered flag in his left hand, steering wheel in his right. Ryan Repka will take a victory lap around the Southern National Motorsports Park. Off his sister for what's going to turn out to be about 25 laps of racing. So they are using the bottom line of the racetrack, all trying to bump draft one another. There's a little hole in the air. They're rolling up to the ground and they're going just fast enough to do it. Ethan Johnson. Some of the officials up here looking at the top of his car, also looking at the top of Cameron Murray's car. Those roof pins might not be attached to the top of those machines. It can be a little bit of an issue as Will Bristol is now on the pit road with that 16 car, and still more problems for Will Bristol as they worked on that car. I saw in the garage area earlier, that 16 machine pointing in the right direction. It wasn't meant to be this weekend for Will Bristol in that 16 car. As Ethan Johnson has made his way under Olivia Murray. Olivia trying to come down on Ethan a little bit. Looked like Ethan got out of the gas and let her go. And Olivia a little bit loose off turn 2, went up the racetrack. Ethan said, I just run up to that. He'll dive on it to the bottom of the racetrack, try to get a run through the center of the court. Certainly a lot of different lines. I mean, when you think about it, these Bandoleros, they can go 15 wide through the race. It's the super speedway of Bandolero racing, as these guys like to talk about. You ought to see them on Friday nights at Wayne County Speedway, bumping and kind of all over the place at that little beat-up bull ring in Raleigh. Here, it's a much easier drive for the they don't have to get up on the wheel as much, just press the gas and go with it. 7 laps on the board. We'll come to halfway here for our INEX Bandoleros with Cameron Murray showing away in that 04 car. Olivia Murray in second. Ethan Johnson, he's in that 3rd spot. Levi Canup in 4th. And Blaze Brinkley still on the lead lap, about half the track behind. And that number 0 car, Will Bristol, out of the race after only a handful of laps. Now Ethan Johnson has lost a severe amount of time in his 9 car through turns 1 and 2. Levi Canup gets around him on the inside. Not quite sure if Ethan Johnson's got a problem in that car. He's lost a ton of ground in the front too. All
right, fans. Hey, this is Michael. If you guys would like, any fans that are sitting in the grandstands, all fans sitting in the grandstands, it is deathly hot out there. If you guys want to go get in your cars and pull them around to an open trackside spot and sit in your car to watch the remainder of the races, you guys are more than welcome to do that. All grandstand tickets, you guys are more than welcome to go get in your cars, pull them around to an open trackside spot, and enjoy the race from your cars. You guys are more than welcome to do that. It's really hot out there.
Trying to help you out here at the Southern National Motorsports Park, help you keep a little bit cool. So if you want to go grab your car and pull it up into one of our parking spots, just make sure you cycle the air in that car. Don't want you to get any carbon monoxide buildup, so hit that air recycler button and turn the AC on. And go grab one of the spots in turns 1 and 2 or in turns 3 and 4. You're more than welcome to do so. Here today at Southern National Motorsports Park. As Cameron Murray gets around Blaze Brinkley to lap the field. Also, when you pull up into your trackside spot to keep us on, turn to 99.7 FM. As Cameron Murray gets one more chance around the Southern National Motorsports Park in that orange number 04. Leading every lap in that 04 machine, and it looks like Cameron Murray going to sweep the weekend.
Yep.
And Cameron Murray comes around to take the win in that Inex Bandolera. Olivia Murray is second. Third will be Levi Knupp. Fourth, Ethan Johnson. And fifth will be Blaze Brinkley in that 0 machine as they take their cool-off lap around Southern National Motorsports Park. Coming up next, mini stock racing for 30 laps as we get set to send you now to John in Solid Rock Carriers Victory Lane. Gotta love how these guys have turned these Toyota Celicas into trucks. Got that Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue entry on the front row. I love it. Bring us some. As the green flag is in the air, a nice start to the race. That 08 car. Travis Miller will have to slot into second. Buckshot Ronnie Jones gets into third. Then you got Jesse Jones in that fourth spot. And then, Mike Parrish and Patrick Arch getting together a little bit there on the back straightaway.
Miller will take out high. That's going to allow the run to trying to get underneath. What the hell?
See if he can hold off Ronnie Jones in that retro heating and air entry. Doesn't look like Travis will be able to do it, but he does get a nice run. On the outside of the racetrack, those two Toyota Celicas. I know Toyota Celica is a car. Not for these guys. They put truck bodies on it. And Buckshot Jones got up to that second spot.
It's definitely a selling thing now, we guess.
It also saves about 400 As I'm telling you, up front, Joseph Pittman, he finished second yesterday. But we got the air conditioner battle going again today. We got to pick a better way to do it. And we got the Central heating and air hot. Out front, all by that Toyota, Ripper heating and air. Ronnie Jones and Jesse Jones, the hot dog team, representing in that third spot, getting around Travis Miller. I tell you, Travis Miller, every time he comes off the field, it looks like he's got the style of love. And that car last truck is as tight as it can be. You know, he's the normal Carteret County guy. And Carteret County's got about negative 50 degrees of banking. I mean, there's no banking at that place. It's as flat as a pancake. And we got Travis back on the banking today, and looks like he forgot how to do it, maybe.
Patrick Arch, wow, right there. We basically slid down into turn 1 and through the open and not running. Different cars, different track. That's the car that Patrick will usually run at Lake County Speedway there for my moving up in Bonner, North Carolina. Speaking of Lake County, America's favorite building will be back in action this Friday night, the 23rd.
That's the Capital Chevrolet 185. Wake County Speedway. We're gonna have to come hang out with you guys.
I believe there may be a main interviewer position available this Friday night. We'll have a doubleheader at Fayetteville Motor Speedway Friday and Saturday night. I will not be on to
Friday night plans for it. We shortened this race to 20 laps. So Joseph Pittman, who will come to the halfway mark this time by.
Now, why they shorten it to 20 laps? Why?
In that second spot, Jesse Jones. In the third spot, they continue to circulate around the Southern National Motorsports Park.
tell you what, if memory serves me correct, last night interviewing the second place finisher last night, Pittman wasn't very happy with that. Maybe content, I don't know the word for it, but he did say really that to be a little bit stronger tomorrow. So far, those words are ringing very true.
Joseph Pittman set the fastest lap in this race, ran at 18.167. Ronnie Jones' best lap today at 18.4130. Elton's got a problem in the back of the field. Patrick Arch is off the pace. And that 19 machine's trying to keep that car down on the apron. But he's got a big problem in that car.
The handler on that car has just been, well, there's no other way to say it, terrible. Since the drop of the green flag, and it looks like whatever the situation is in the 19 is going to win his day a little early here. Well, this time around, Joseph Pittman will get the 5 to go indication. Mr. Hunter Hanson putting in the flag for our mini stocks up there. Gets that flag into the runs in the family there. This deal all up front, Joseph Pittman. All around, Ronnie Buckshot Jones second. Jesse Jones, the top 3, Titusville 4th. And Mike Parrish, your top 5. Laps winding down, and next will be U-Cars and E-Cars. U-Car and E-Cars. Running together for 15 laps. Still have our U-Cars and E-Cars to go, our Annex Legends division, as well as the Chargers in our second late model feature. So there in the Solid Rock Carriers, the flag stand. Red flag for Joseph Pittman. Ronnie Jones, Jesse last time down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Pittman will come in behind the 32 and just coast it to the checkered flag. So we're over. Picking up the mini stop again. Ronnie Jones bringing home second. Jesse Jones third. Travis Miller fourth. And Mike Parrish, your top 5. So double down weekend, Ronnie Jones picks up the feature last night, and tonight is Joseph Pittman picking up the feature win in the mini stock division. U-Cars and E-Cars coming up right after the victory lane interviews. Mr. Kevin Bell.
Hey, have me some of them M&M's butter. What do you got in there?
What is he doing? Not gonna have mine.
We're trying to burn down in the first segment now.
Oh no, Daddy's burning out.
That was
Joseph down there, Kevin, when you get there. That wasn't too impressive. That machine sure wasn't impressive.
Oh, yeah, it's
That's
better in here
Jason Capps.
than
In
out
that
there.
13 car.
That's for sure.
Race winning car from last night. Different driver with the green flag in the air for Jason Capps in that 13. Andrew Warner. He's in that 15 car. And 57, Brad Blizzard. Then you got Dylan Thompson and Rich Neary. Your combined U-Car,
I like to watch
E-Car
Rick stand
field
down there in that turn. Most
here
times
this
he stands
afternoon at
out there.
Southern National Motorsports Park. 15 laps. Jason Capps showing the way in that fifth one. And everything. Oh, we've got some smoke coming out of that car for turns 1 and 2.
I'm surprised he didn't blow that car up last night.
car, that 50 there. Is that
Rick's there.
I like Camaro Z maybe?
I think so.
Ricky's racing.
He's got 8 cylinders on that thing. He's thinking he'd be a little bit faster than the other 4 in front of him.
Maybe the muffler's going in there.
Still Jason Capps, Damon Stroud, they're your U-Car guys. And then, oh, we got a little spin off of turn 2, Dylan Thompson. We'll put the caution flag out.
Oh, yeah, he did spin out there in the back
Takes
stretch.
the lazy spin off of turn 2.
It's like there may have been some slight contact with the 23.
I ain't the smartest man in the world, but that is not turn 2.
Remind me not to hang out with you, because you don't know what the term is.
That's backstretch all day.
Was it hit?
There was a little incident between those two.
He said turn 2, I'm looking over here.
The field starts to circulate around the Southern National Motorsports under the caution flag. Still got Dylan Thompson, nose to the wall, nose to that inside wall. About halfway down the back straightaway.
Speaking of potentially slight contact, we're back to the late model start. Sometimes when the late models and the Chargers get running around here, it's still difficult to hear even here. So if you're tuned in 99.7, but we sound clearer too.
I tell you, Jason Capps, I don't know if he got the start of his life, but Damon Stroud caught massive Jeff Carr's machine, but
What happened?
Jason Capps is off to the
You
races.
guys like a wild one.
No pun intended.
Damon.
Chris Hills took that same car to Victory Lane last night. Drove that car, just maybe his last run last night. Capps said his first time out. I told him down there in Victory Lane last night, well, you sure they put a lot of pressure on the new guy taking it to Victory Lane your last time in it.
He never.
And it looks, oh, and there's a problem with that car.
Oh, hell.
Capps off the base in the front straightaway, and Rich Neary gets run out over at turns 3 and 4. So,
They ain't thrown a caution yet?
and it's interesting because they're not actually racing each other. Damon Stroud is in a U-Car. Brad Blizzard is technically in an Mini car.
Capps has not got the full sauce on.
He's still got that smoke coming out from that 13 machine, but for a moment there, it looked like his problem was terminal.
They're pleased this race, Damien.
The reason it's giving us problems is because it's loose.
So it's still Damon Stroud now up front. And oh, Rich Neary right in front of the leader.
You better move out this way, Rick.
Speedway.
I love you. Yeah, my boy's right now.
Not quite a half road, maybe left to the half road. And you're right, the smoke is there on the 14 there.
Go.
Capps, he's kind of busy.
He's going to try to get up under him right here.
We're in first right now, y'all.
Oh, Brad Blizzard way up the racetrack. He was headed towards Wilson. Get back down, but allows Jason Capps to get by. As they've been all weekend, are back out front of the Indy car.
Goodness, Damon. You realize that everybody.
Capps has got enough to run down the 24 Stroud. And Stroud was able to get around Thompson with little to no effort, and it looks like the Capps will as well.
We are back combined U-Car, Indy car race, 15 laps. Legend cars up next. Legend cars. Start buckling into those Inex Legend machines when you get lined up. Legend cars. Get you lined up.
Not sure what that fucking switch is, but if you're watching, every time he turns one, I can see it in one and I see it again down here coming through the middle of 3 and 4. It's like when he gets back on the gas, he'll roll the corner
Even after they
and
turn,
then drop
they
the handle.
tightened it.
Couldn't really see it that
That
time. We'll watch it down here in turn number 1. He'll roll in and right there when he gets back on the gas, comes through turn 1. It's like, so we got smoke comes out of the back of the 13.
13 is yeah, smoke is coming out. Every time he goes on
And
that
we've
turn.
lost Andrew Warner. That 50 car, that Chevrolet has pulled off the speedway. As Damon Strauss looks like he's going to find a way to hold off Jason Capps in his first ever race in that car. Going to 2 laps to go.
Yeah, this one's getting interesting.
Call for a little more.
Brad Blizzard leading Dylan Thompson
Got 2 more
in an IndyCar race
laps. 2 more
by
laps.
about a lap or so. With the white flag in the air for Damon Strauss.
Good job, Damon.
Damon Strauss making one more time around.
That's his
The
name.
Alien Jason Capps ends up.
Out of the way, Rich.
Hit that.
Just take him.
Looks like Damon's going to be able to do it.
You want to take the baby down there? Yeah. Okay.
Maybe not. Oh, he's slow. And here he goes. Over Damon Strauss.
No way.
Something must have happened to Damon Strauss' car. He
On the last lap.
final
Got 2
turn.
relax.
Jason Capps takes it on the apron
Oh,
and
Lord.
wins
Look at Damon's car.
here on the second day
Hey, no.
of the double down at Southern National
You got
Motorsports.
2 relax there at the
So
end.
Jason Capps beats David Strauss on the line.
Not Richard.
Brad
Rich held him
Blizzard,
up for
he
one
wins the
thing.
IndyCar race. Dylan Thompson
Yeah, Rich held his
Still got
in
second, but
IndyCar.
still.
Rich Herring
He
came
had that
third,
one
Andrew Warner
all the
fourth.
way.
Among our IndyCar guys, but a wild
He got the
finish
inside corner and took it.
IndyCar as Jason Capps, first start in that car, first win. Drop down to the apron and take that hard left-hand turn down the front stretch pit road, and we are green flag racing here for the Inex Legends. Cameron Murray goes out in front of Cade Lambert, and Cameron Murray will take the lead on the high side. Down the back straightaway, Cade Lambert will have to fall back to second. Tucker Jones in that third spot. Trevor Thacker back to fourth, and Tyler Hocutt rounding out the field and the top 5. As now it's up to Cade Lambert if he wants to repeat what happened yesterday by taking home that win. Going to have to find a way around Cameron Murray, the same Cameron Murray that won our Bandolero race earlier today and yesterday. So Cameron Murray trying to go 3 for 4 this weekend after taking 2 out of 3. And doing a good job of it as all 5 cars spread out here at the track. Closest battle is for the lead between Cade Lambert.
Is there
and
another
Cameron
legend
Murray.
race going on somewhere? Because
Cade
5
just
cars
a little bit
is
faster
just
than Cameron that
not
last
good.
time by.
Southern National, they don't really have a lot of cars.
Top 3 times, all within
It's not a very big
half a
racetrack.
tenth of a second of each
Well,
other,
yeah.
so nobody can make
I think the
up
last
that
time I
progress.
saw, how many late models we have last night?
Don't pick up
26.
these laps in a hurry.
That's a lot for
The last time I saw
Already
26
5
out here was like 10 years ago.
in this 25 lap race.
Hey, look at in here before.
Bad day
I have,
for
yeah.
me on Sunday. Most people getting ready to go to work on Monday.
And it's so hot. It was around.
I gotta work
We
tomorrow.
need
My
you to be
boss can
lining
just
up.
deal.
Chargers.
It was around 25.
I'm gonna walk in tired as hell and just be like, look, you're just gonna deal with it.
As we get set for your race, Chargers coming up
He
next.
didn't even decide. It was around 25, 26, or 27. Around those two.
Last night, I think it was 26.
But the reason there ain't.
And I ain't seen that many late models out here in at least 10 years.
Yeah, but the reason there ain't that many
Bill
today
Cameron
is
Murray
because of what
showing the
happened.
way here.
Yeah.
Cade Lambert.
You talking about a wreck down coming into one last night?
Tucker Jones in that third spot.
That was
And
crazy.
Trevor
was.
Thacker and Tyler Hookup starting to lose a little
The
bit of
guy
time.
that spun out, he got hit.
Chargers,
from
we need you
angle
lining up,
and
Chargers.
out.
Has anybody heard any update on that guy that got taken out of here last night?
As Cade Lambert now is closing in on Cameron Murray at the entry to the corner. Now within about a Legends car length, which you know probably isn't much. Cade Lambert still faster that last time by than Cameron Murray. These cars don't fall off very much. These BF Goodrich tires, very durable, as they are all hovering right around that 18-second flat mark. Cade Lambert trying to find a way to the inside of Cameron Murray.
Don't back up.
12 laps in, should get the halfway sign this time by. In our 25-lap race as Cade Lambert finds the way. Oh, and he spins out in front of the field.
Oh.
Jones gets into it. In turn 4, he had just taken the lead away from Cameron Murray, and Tucker Jones just didn't have anywhere to go and slammed into that 110 car of Cade Lambert. Caution flag is out. Tucker Jones rolling away slowly might have damaged the front end of that number 14 car. Cade Lambert also trying to assess the damage under caution. As Cade Lambert had just taken the lead, tried to put that power down a little bit too early, lost control of that car, and Tucker Jones got into him with nowhere to go. Pace car has to pull up and try to collect the remaining 3 Legend cars. Murray to the inside, Trevor Thacker to the outside, then Tyler Hookup. He'll be on that inside row in the 3rd spot with a green flag back in the air, and Cade Lambert does come back onto the racetrack.
Whoa, rubber went nice.
So Cameron Murray still has the lead. Trevor Thacker second. Tyler Hookup third. And oh! There goes the 110 car around on the back straightaway.
Didn't they tell him to call it a day?
Looks like whatever that suspension problem was for Cade Lambert is not solved. So he'll whip it around.
He doesn't learn.
And just too much suspension damage for Cade Lambert. And I think it took him getting back out there and spinning out to realize just how bad his damage was
That's right.
to that car. And the NASCAR officials may show him the black flag with the white cross here to say that he is stopped being scored. Nope, they'll keep it civil with the standard black flag for Cade Lambert.
What is a black? Why does he have to go out? I'm gonna try whenever I race.
Cameron Murray, we talked about it, trying to go 3 for 4 this weekend. And the restart is on with Cameron Murray, a nice jump on the bottom side of the racetrack, coming right down is Trevor Thacker. And then Tyler Hookup in tow as they scream down the back straightaway. Be halfway this time to Cameron Murray as we put lap number 13 up on the scoreboard. 25 laps of INX Legend Car Racing coming for you.
What's it?
Can I take a video?
Can you take a video? Sure. It's recording right now. Just point them at the car. Hold it from the edges that way you don't hit a button. Because if you hit a button, it stops.
Follow the race cars. If I had my phone, I'd give it a perfect video. 20 more laps. Alright. one's right here. So be quick. Wanna know what I think they should do?
What do you think they should do?
Since they had stopped the mini stock at 20, I think they should let the mini stock go back out with since they stopped them early.
In a perfect world, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Dad would have a second chance. They'd have 10 more laps. And I'd honestly
Cameron Murray a little loose that time off turn 4. Allowed Trevor Thacker
I
to
can
close
see
right
you,
in.
Autumn. Autumn. I can see you. Okay. Hey, let me see.
That last lap, Trevor Thacker 0.2 of a second faster than Cameron Murray. Has now re-solidified that gap back to Trevor Thacker. Tyler Hocutt looking on from a distant third. White flag in the air. One more time around, Cameron Murray. Trevor Thacker is going to have one more shot at it. And just like that, Trevor Thacker posts his second fastest lap of the race. So it's not for a lack of trying, but it's going to be Cameron Murray to the line. He'll take the win and take 3 out of 4 races he's competed in this weekend. Second is Trevor Thacker. Third, Tyler Hocutt. Cade Lambert will get credit for a 4th place finish, and Tucker Jones, after that contact with Cade Lambert here on the front straightaway,
Oh, did you smack your elbow?
with the 5th place finishing position.
Christian.
Chargers, we need you
She
getting
smacked
lined
her
up,
elbow
Chargers.
getting out of the chair.
Need to make your way over to the back straightaway as we get set to send it down to Solid Rock Carriers victory lane.
She knocked her elbow coming out of the chair.
Mama told you all to sit down.
We'll take that hard left-hand turn down pit road with our Southern National pace car. Flagman starts the race, and we are green flag racing here with Josh Van Winkle getting a nose out front of Carter Langley. He'll do everything he can do to get back to the gas, but it's not going to be enough.
Come on,
Carter Langley takes that lead away from Josh Van Winkle. Van Winkle in that Toyota, he'll have to slot back in to the second spot. Dylan Newsom will go to third, and Clay Jones passes Michael O'Brien. In fact, O'Brien had a big moment off of turn 2 and allowed Austin Farrell to get by as well. So Michael O'Brien going in the wrong direction, trying to stay in front of James Stroud here, as everybody gets single file around the racetrack with Carter Langley showing the way over Josh Van Winkle. Late models, we need you to start getting buckled in for that final race of the weekend. Late model stocks, we need you getting buckled in for that final race of the weekend. Chargers are doing it, and they're doing it in a hurry. Already 4 laps on the scoreboard for Carter Langley. It was a 1/10 of a second faster that lap than Josh Van Winkle. In fact, it's Dylan Newsom who's closing up on the back bumper of Josh Van Winkle. These guys only ran 1 race last night. The only guys doing twins this weekend, those Flick It or Ticket late model stock cars.
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
Dylan Newsom all in the top
Well,
tracks.
I got to
of
make
Josh
sure I
Van
capture
Winkle.
the entire race because I'm
Both
doing this
number
for a friend of
44
mine.
cars.
Her son's in the lead
Not
right now.
affiliated with one another. They have very similar number styles. And now all of a sudden, Josh Van Winkle ran a 10.5 seconds quicker than Carter Langley. To the 44 car turning it on here. Top 4 have broken away from the rest of the field, including Clay Jones, late model stock car competitor down at Wake County Speedway in Garner. We'll see you there on Friday night at America's favorite bull ring. But out here at the park, Carter Langley
We thought Van Winkle was catching him, and now all of a sudden Carter Langley's turned on the afterburners. And he's jetting away from Josh Van Winkle. Michael O'Brien trying to make a move under Austin Farrell. He'll do it. Farrell trying to get back to that back bumper of O'Brien, but O'Brien now a car length and widening that gap a little bit. And it's still Carter Langley. He's got some big news to announce in the coming week. Stay tuned for that. Maybe a new race car in the picture. We'll let those guys announce that on their various platforms.
I heard about that, and I think it might be a little too soon.
Josh Van Winkle, Dylan
Talking about
Newsom
moving
now
Carter
kind
up
of
the late
settling
models.
in. And no, Austin Farrell with a spin down the back straightaway. We're going to have to put the caution out for Austin Farrell, bringing out the caution 11 laps into our 35-lap Charger race. Austin Farrell. Don't think he made any contact with the wall. He just looped around that Richard Petty-ish looking number 41 car. No free pass or anything. Everybody stays on the lead lap. Should be a quick caution here. When Austin comes back around, he will not be eligible for the cone.
I can't really see it. Huh?
So the lineup looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and put the cone out. S&M Park pace car. And we are green flag racing once again. Definitely a much better start for Michael O'Brien. Josh Van Winkle trying to hold on to the outside. He's not going to be able to do it, just too much. Carter Langley. Newsom trying to get a nose under Van Winkle. Maybe a very slight amount of contact between the 244 cars. But not quite enough for Newsom to knock Van Winkle out of the way. And it's almost just as it was before the caution, with the exception of the back two cars. That'll make 13 of 35 laps on the scoreboard. As now Newsom looking a little bit loose. Might give Clay Jones a shot to get up under that 44 car. Here's Austin Farrell trying to get up under James Stroud. Austin in that Toyota. And he'll do so through turns 1 and 2. Late models, we need you lining up. Late models. Come on, guys. Let's get lined up here. 19 laps to go for our Dudley Heating and Air Charger. Still Carter Langley, Josh Van Winkle, Dylan Newsom as it's been all day long. Along with Clay Jones in that 4th spot. Michael O'Brien doing a good job of working his way back to 5th. And some of these guys in this Dudley Heating and Air Charger class, they are really struggling with the handling on these cars. Especially Dylan Newsom, way loose in that 44. Halfway right here to the Chargers. It's going to be an 8-car invert. 8-car invert for that second Click It or Ticket late model race. That'll put Mason Diaz on the pole, driving in relief of Ronald Renfro today. As Carter Langley continues to lead and do it nicely over Joshua Van Winkle. 20 of 35 laps now up on that NASCAR home track scoreboard. All 7 of our Chargers still out on the track. Got a little battle shaping up between Michael O'Brien and Clay Jones. The 261 cars getting closer and closer on the racetrack. And there he goes with Michael O'Brien trying to make the move under his team. Clay will use that high line, try to build that speed up down the back straightaway. He'll do a good job of that. They're wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4, but Michael O'Brien using that inside lane trying to win out. Still Clay Jones trying to fight back on the top. But to no avail, it's Michael O'Brien up to that 4th spot now. And it's like an instant replay of what we saw yesterday evening here at Southern National. Only 10 laps to go now for Carter Langley. Can he continue to put together the perfect weekend and hold off one of the best in the business returning to racing, Josh Van Winkle?
Where's Mike? Sit down. Over here beside your mother. You did not pull her.
Clay Jones has got a problem on the back straightaway, and that's second, number 61. Looks like he'll have to take that hard left-hand turn down the front stretch pit road. The car was pretty quick early on in this race, but continued to fade and continued to fade, and Clay Jones may have just had enough of it. Pull that car in. Said, that's it for me. We'll let the rest of these guys settle it out. These times on these cars have slowed way down. Race pace is about a second slower now than what they were running at the beginning of the race. So definitely a lot of tire fall off here tonight, or this afternoon I should say, at Southern National. Coming to 5 laps to go for Carter Langley. Laps to go for Carter Langley.
Come on, Carter.
That number 5 machine.
Yellow and black 5 leading the race.
Starting to catch up to Dylan.
Come on, Carter.
And some smoke coming out of the back of Josh Van Winkle's car. He's car clearly ailing down the back straightaway.
Come on, Carter.
He's running over a second slower than he was at the beginning of the race. Just trying to hold on for that second place finish, because Carter Langley has had him covered all weekend long. He'll go back-to-back here on our double down weekend.
Come on, Carter.
Both Dudley Heating and Air Charger Division races.
All right, good job,
Going
Carter.
to be Josh Van Winkle, 3rd Dylan Newsom. Michael O'Brien, he'll finish in that 4th spot. 5th will be Austin Farrell. 6th is Damon Stroud.
14.
James Stroud, I should say. And Clay Jones, of course, out of the race. 26 laps in. Couldn't hold that car together.
Okay, I'm not going to put my sister's
No, you're not getting up. You're being ugly. I don't get you're being ugly. I told you.
But I'm not going to be ugly.
You're still not getting up.
Oh, Lord.
Sissy kept asking you to let go. You kept pulling her even harder. I know you're not, because you're going to sit there.
Stop. Hold on my teeth.
I don't play that.
I was waiting for
Get the plaques here and head down to the solid rock carrier. Victory Lane.
I'm in trouble. Report arms. But one of the 44ers making on the left side.
Down here in the Solid Rock Carriers victory lane, young man took double down weekend to heart. Back-to-back feature wins for Carter Langley. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, but I couldn't do it without Clifton Rain Fencing, Roofing Company, Midtown Fencing Company, Plain Crazy Cyberworks, Horn Automotive, Marty and Jackie, Hometown Realty, and everybody helped me on the car.
Tell you what, see a lot of these Carter Langley tank tops and t-shirts down here, so a lot of fans and family as well.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Congratulations. Carter Langley doubling up here this weekend at Southern National Motorsports Park.
As we get set to go green flag racing here, 40 more laps. Click it or ticket late models. Mason Diaz is to the inside, Connor Mosack to the outside. We're green flag racing here. And it's going to be Mason Diaz to the point.
Good start for the 07 of Diaz as we see Dalton and Lozak side by side right behind him. Sellers pair of 26s side by side on that third row.
Bradley McCaskill way loose off of turn 4, trying to get that Harrington Enforcer to stick to this concrete racetrack.
Boo Dalton up to second. Here's Sellers. McCaskill looking to come along as well as Mozak will be the only car now on the outside. As Voss was trying to get down and he'll make contact with Andy. The 26 of Voss didn't have the 29 clear, but it looks like they'll sort that out going into turn 3.
That's one of the beautiful things about racing here at Southern National. You can get crossed up for a guy and the banking will save you if you hit him in the right spot. It's not the wisest race strategy, but now Brian Voss has got to worry about a cut tire on that left rear. In fact, he's taking it very conservatively as Chris Chapman and Cameron Murray will take their cars to the garage area.
Voss may be thinking discretion is the better part of valor. He's came in here and did for the weekend what he needed and wanted to do, picking up that big win last night in the second feature. So maybe going to conserve his equipment, take it home. It's always better to roll it in the box than to have to get that front end later and put it in the trailer.
No question. You know these guys are tired. They just want to get these 40 laps in the books as quickly as they can, but as competitively as they can. So it's Mason Diaz, fresh off of a race at Bristol Motor Speedway on Friday night for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. And Ryan Repko goes to work on Obi. And he takes that spot away.
As far as that heat goes, I've been half-heartedly serious and joking about it, just about how damn hot it is out here to me. All you race fans that took advantage of that great deal that Mike Diaz came up with, letting you guys go to the air-conditioned vehicles around trackside. These guys have pretty much been out in the heat since about 8 or 9 o'clock this morning in those driver's suits, and now they're in these hot boxes going around this track for 40 laps. I can only imagine the temperature they're feeling.
And a lot of these guys on very little sleep, a lot of work having to be done to some of these cars to make this fourth race, as Brandon Clements is really starting to put the pressure on Philip Morris as they pour down the front straightaway. Brandon Clements trying to move that 5-time national champion out of the way.
Brandon Clements, he's been quick all weekend. A third place finish in the first race last night. Third place finish in the first race here this afternoon. But I'm going to tell you what, Mason Diaz giving that 07 Renfro quite a ride up there. Boo Dalton, he's been able to hang in his spot.
With that,
Peyton Sellers runs into third position.
That Renfro heating and air sponsor machine, driven by Mason Diaz this weekend, or today, I should say. Boo Boo Dalton, points leader, now in second. And how about Ryan Repko getting into the back of Connor Mosack off the turn 4?
Ripco last night in the second feature, he won the first just like today, and he started 8th through the end. But I think he was a little conservative, maybe a little polite last night, and it may have cost him with a fast car doubling up. And I think here maybe today he's not going to be so kind as he might want to try to double up. But Sellers now beginning to close back in. Here McCaskill in the 18 as well, behind Boo Boo Dalton in the 50.
And Ryan Repko really got hung up behind Obi and Connor Mosak. So it'll be a long, hard road to hoe as Brandon Clements is still beating down the back bumper of the Quality Pre-Owned Trucks and Cars Chevrolet of Philip Morris. It has just not been the weekend for Philip Morris. He's not had a lot of luck every time he's brought that car out here to the park.
No, he has not.
Peyton Sellers really starting to close in on Ross Boo Boo Dalton.
But I'm going to tell you, we've mentioned it without any, let's knock on wood, any cautions right here. They keep letting the 07 and Mason Diaz get out front and extend this lead. It's going to be really hard under green flag conditions to make up this time and distance. So if the 26 of Sellers and McCaskill have anything, now would be the time to really work to get around that 50 of Dalton.
Here's how it's operated. Peyton Sellers is faster than Boo Boo Dalton, and Bradley McCaskill is faster than Peyton Sellers. So what does that mean? It means you got 3 cars in a blanket and nobody's going anywhere.
And all the while, Mason Diaz is like, yeah, boys, y'all have at it back there for 2nd through 4th.
A little bit of white smoke starting to come out of the right side of Mason Diaz's Renfro Heating and Air Chevrolet.
And I'll tell you, just looking, you've got the times there. But the 71 of Repco, not sure if he's quicker, but it sure looks like he's quickly chopping that gap down toward McCaskill in the 18 car.
Yep, he ran a 17.382 to Bradley McCaskill 17.451, so he picked up about 1/10 of a second. Let's see what they do this time by. And Ryan Repko, this time he picked up 1/10 and a half on Bradley McCaskill, so Ryan Repko definitely gaining ground, while Bradley McCaskill losing ground behind Peyton Sellers.
Right at halfway, and I think if you ask Mason Diaz, he did not want to see a caution. I think in all honesty, as we got a battle for the 3rd spot, McCaskill, I think, has finally had enough. He makes the move on Sellers. But I think if Dalton was honest and he's running for the track championship, he'd just soon finish, okay, let's call it a day right here. But I'm going to tell you, if we get a caution, that 71 of Repco, he is going to be something to deal with for the race win.
Just past halfway, and there's that caution you were talking about. Caution flag is out on the speedway.
Why?
As Mason Diaz will now have to work to defend that victory that was seemed so assured just a few moments ago. Now he'll have Boo Boo Dalton, Bradley McCaskill, Peyton Sellers, and you said it, Ryan Repko to deal with when we come back to the both Renfro Racing race cars on the front row. As we come to the green flag, the American Ethanol green flag is in the air. Pretty good restart for everybody that time. Bradley sails it in there, but Mason ends up with the lead. Ryan Repko, they're 3 wide down the back straightaway. What happened to Boo Boo Dalton on that restart? He gets into Brandon Clements just a little bit, shoots that 7 car up the racetrack. Brandon Clements says, I'll keep it going, and Peyton Sellers makes some contact into the right side of Ryan Repko.
Tell you what, outstanding drive by all of those guys, going 3 wide down the back straightaway, splitting the 50 of Dalton. But how about the restart for the 07 of Mason Diaz, as he was able to jump out to another comfortable lead with McCaskill 2nd. Now Sellers is 3rd, and here's Repko coming back to the 4th spot.
So Sellers has settled into 3rd, Repko to 4th, and now the fight's still on for 5th. Boo Boo Dalton to the inside, Brandon Clements to the outside. And Clements trying to use that outside line. What do you guys say in the dirt racing road? He's trying to let it eat up there, but just not enough quite to clear Ross Boo Boo Dalton down through turns 3 and 4.
Brandon Clements running the what we call a tater patch up there normally at the dirt track, trying to find a cushion up there. And he may make it work. We remember back to the first races, he was diamond in the corners there, rolling the car in high and coming down the track. But right now, nowhere for him to come down as he and Dalton are still side by side on 4.
And losing a ton of time to the guys in front of him. Mason Diaz, Bradley McCaskill, Peyton Sellers, Ryan Repko, they've taken off. Finally, Boo Boo Dalton gets clear. But Brandon Clements, he can focus on what's going on in front of him. Here comes Connor Mosack to the bottom of the racetrack. He takes a shot from Brian Obisky on that bottom lane. That allows Brian Voss to try to get around Obi on the outside of the racetrack, but Obi does a good job filling that slot in nicely.
Only a 30-lap sprint, but as hot as it is out there, those tires are definitely by now, they're filling it, and you see a lot of guys out there running different paces, all bundled up. And track position is key, inside and outside grooves there, and a lot of contact. And it looks like McCaskill has closed in the last couple of laps, right behind the 07 of Diaz.
Same can be said for that third place battle between Peyton Sellers and Ryan Repko. Repko is right to the back bumper of that Clarence's Steakhouse Danville Toyota Camry as we've got a battle shaping up for the lead, a battle shaping up for third. Now Connor Mosack is trying to get under Brandon Clements. He wants that 6th spot away, and he'll take it. But it's still Repko all over the back bumper of Peyton Sellers off of turn 2. Repko got Peyton a little bit loose, but Ryan Repko had to pump the brakes a little bit. And so he'll have to slot back into that 4th spot. As up front, it's starting to heat up a little bit, as if it couldn't get any hotter. Between Mason Diaz and Bradley McCaskill. McCaskill wants that lead away from his today teammate. And Brian Obisky gets around Brandon Clements, and they dirt track it off turn 4. Right in front of Philip Morris and Brian Voss. So some good racing, especially back in the pack here at the park today. Brandon Clements, he'll dive bomb into Obisky down in turn 3. Retake that spot away. Philip Morris will try to fill that gap as well. Obi slams the door on the 5-time national champion. And race fans, you've seen it this weekend. This is why the NASCAR Wheel and All-American Series Championship is more difficult to win than any other championship in all of NASCAR. You're seeing a rare opportunity to see 3 out of the top 4 national championship contenders here at the park this weekend. And except for maybe Peyton Sellers using a 4th place finish, you have seen local guys like, in this case, Mason Diaz driving in relief of Ronald Renfro, Bradley McCaskill, Ryan Repko, Ryan Voss. They've taken it to these guys. Here's Bradley McCaskill for the lead on Mason Diaz, and he takes it away in the middle of turns 1 and 2 with 2.5 laps to go. Bradley McCaskill takes the lead away from his teammate as they'll come around to get 2 to go here at Southern National Motorsports Park. And now Bradley McCaskill really starting to pull away. Ran a half a second faster that lap. As the white flag is in the air one more time, Bradley McCaskill does not have the fastest lap of the race. That belongs to Ross Boo Boo Dalton, but they don't pay for the fastest lap. They pay for the last lap, and that's Bradley McCaskill taking the win here in the finale of the Double Down weekend at Southern National Motorsports Park. Mason Diaz, white smoke coming out from that machine. He finishes 2nd. Peyton Sellers will come home in 3rd. Ryan Repko will have to settle for 4th. Boo Boo Dalton, fastest lap of the race, gets a top 5 finish. Connor Mosack finishes 6th. Brandon Clements rallied back to finish in that 7th spot.
That was a good race.
Philip Morris will have to settle for 8th. Brian Obisky, the 9th spot. Ryan Voss getting a top 10. Gracie Trotter finishing 11th. Paul Williamson 12th. Cameron Murray 13th. Chris Chapman rounds out the field, and that 14th spot is Bradley McCaskill in that Renfro Heating and Air Chevrolet. Parks it backwards in Solid Rock Carriers victory lane.